your house about 3 weeks since the last interview, and the situation's a lot different now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, after Hangtown, kind of my comeback was not very certain, and Mount Morris was a real bummer not to be able to race and watch everyone else race. I sat on top of my rig, and it was kind of depressing. But once I kind of looked at the points afterwards and realized I was 34 points out, I'm like, I can do this. I just got to make sure that I got to come back at Southwick, and it's got to be a good result, top 5 at least. Keep me in touch with the leaders. And so after the weekend and ended up winning. I mean, it was as much as a surprise to me as I think everyone else, and I'm really stoked. And it's just amazing. And now I'm back in the championship. I'm second place, and just a moto down. And we know how the 125s go. That could be the very next moto, if Brownie DNF'd and I won, I'd be tied for the lead. So it's still a long season. A lot can happen.
So in the past, you've said, man, I'm going to win Southwick. I'm a GP rider. I'm a good sand rider. And this year, of all the years with adverse conditions, you come out with your first Southwick win.
It's my third visit to Southwick, and first year did my shoulder. Then in '03 was that really muddy weekend, and just had a lot of bad luck. Me and Brown got stuck in the first turn, and the second moto ended up going down in the pile-up on the first lap. And this year around, I didn't go there thinking I was going to win or expecting to win, and I did. And I just think that I am a good sand rider. I just think that it's third time lucky, I guess. I've had some problems over the years, but I really think when I'm healthy and I have a good day there, I'll do this. I'll repeat the same results. So I don't think it's been a matter of that I ran my mouth or was trying to pump it up. In '01, I merely said I think if there was one race I was going to win, it would be Southwick. And to walk away with third that year with the separated shoulder, I still think was pretty good. And this year around, I got the win, and just played it smart, got 2 good starts, and just kept it on 2 wheels. And when everyone else started fading after halfway, I just kept the pace going, and was able to walk away with it.
Do you think being hurt at Southwick made you actually ride smarter for the overall win?
Well, maybe, because the team was giving me a hard time, saying it looked like when I was following Ivan the second moto, like I was trail riding, and watching the two of us, he looked like he was about 10 seconds a lap quicker than me, yet I was all over him. So I think it made me almost maybe conserve a little energy, and my lap times were real consistent. I didn't have the quickest lap time in either moto, but I ran those lap times for majority of the race, and that's what it takes at Southwick. Not fading, not crashing, getting good starts, and just being solid. I mean, even Ricky, who's almost Mr. Perfect, he ended up crashing first moto. So that's what I did, and maybe it was a blessing in disguise for me.
So 3 races in the season, you've got the points lead. Why don't you evaluate some of your competition for us?
I think Brown and Hughes, guys I've raced against many a time, tough guys. They're solid. They're week in, week out. I think they'll always be there. Brown's leading the points now, and he's just been the most consistent guy. You have the younger guys like Alessi. Real quick, gets great starts, which is really helping him right now. But I think maybe what hurts him a little bit is his stamina and his strength. He was so weak and tired in Sacramento, he couldn't push his bike over the finish line. And so I guess there's an advantage to being really small and light, and disadvantages. Hepler, I think he was one of the favorites before the season began, and I think to date he hasn't really performed except for the first moto in Sacramento. But I think he's got more to show, and then you got guys that haven't won a race but are very solid outdoor guys like Tedesco, Millsaps, and there's a bunch of other guys that could be in the mix. But I think Brownie's got a moto lead over me, and he's pretty consistent, and he's the only guy to podium every race. So I think he's going to be one of the tough guys to be ahead of by the end of the season.
Okay, 2 wins, 1 DNS. Let's hear what you have to say to A, your loyal fans, and B, the guys who are bagging on you for that crash in the last turn?
Well, to the fans that have, that put, voted on the online polls that I would win and stuff like that, don't give up. I'm 25 points down, but it's a long season, and I think that I have what it takes, and I think that, there's enough races to make that up. And, to the people that kind of bagged on me for trying to pass Alessio, that said I had the overall and whatever, it's first race, we're not settling for points, we're not, an overall is obviously important, but it was 3 points, and I was catching him at a good rate of speed, and had a lot of adrenaline going, and it's easy to look back and say, well, he got hurt from it. But if I had gone up the inside and passed him and there was no contact and I won the moto, everyone would have said, what a great race. But because, we went down and I ended up getting injured, people said it was stupid. But you know what? Those are normally the people that have no idea how racing works. And first race of the season, you're not settling for position. You're trying to get the most out of it. And don't regret it. That's my style. I'm a racer. I go for it. And, in hindsight, maybe I could have settled for second, but that's not my style. And I'm glad I did what I did. And I think people will remember that race for the rest of their life.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the time, Grant.
Thank you.
Good luck the rest of the season.
Appreciate it.